Ignacio, and I am giving you a reflection of my 3SB journey. When I first started, about a year and a half ago, I remember being in that room and not feeling too confident of what I was doing, and that a lot of people in the room seemed like they were super smart, and they really had the passion for teaching. So I was able to draw from that energy and ask myself if that was something that I really wanted to do. And then the first semester came in, and I realized that a lot of my academic skills had been gone, and not yet used for many years. And then as I struggled and worked hard, and I started doing the work, it was still very difficult. Now, as somebody that wants to teach math, I learned a lot about the need for students to be able to read and write, not just in mathematics, but read and write the English language as a whole. So that's the reason why I kept pushing myself in learning like all the strategies that Professor Matas taught us. And then the other professor that gave us reading and writing strategies for students. Sometimes that they didn't make sense because at the end of the day, students may get tested in the mathematics, in the abstract mathematics. So in order to create a connection between the writing and the abstract math, there's a lot that needs to happen beforehand. And I kind of felt during that first semester that a lot needed to happen with me first. And then going to the methods course and thinking to myself, wow, this is different. I wasn't learning any math. I was learning, basic things. We were doing fractions. We were doing word problems. But really what I took out of that first semester was about creating the need for the student to want to learn the math. And what is it that I can provide in my classroom in order for their needs to be met? And then I remember around this time in December, and not feeling too confident to be in front of the classroom. And I remember at the end of December telling my wife, man, maybe I should go back to accounting. It's not going to work out. I don't feel comfortable in front of the classroom. My math is very rusty. I don't remember any math. How am I going to go and teach in front of 30-35 students? Well, she said, just do it and see what happens. Well, starting January, as I started inside the classroom with Miss Russell, it really only took 1 week to transition into being up front, but because of the way that the semester worked, I really wasn't able to have a whole classroom to myself, but rather I had to have 2 days a week in which I would teach the 3 periods. That experience was actually really fun, because I was able to learn how a lesson can be modified from period to period to period. And I would teach 3 periods of 124 minutes each. And I would always notice that my first period, which happened to be the regular students, I would struggle in the presentation. Now my father would always give me good feedback, and she would say that it didn't really seem like I was any struggle, but inside of me there was so much things going on. How do I change the instruction for the next period? What did they not see that I can help the next period see? And then, second period would be another set of regular students. However, the lesson was different. And within that lesson, it kind of it took its own life. It was just different depending on how students responded to me. and responded to the prompts I had given them. And then finally by the third period, I'm sorry, the second period was actually the advanced class, and then the third period, we went back to having a regular class with a lot of younger students. And that was usually the class that, had the most disruptive behavior. First period was, but they were not awake yet. A lot of students showed up a little bit late, about 15 to 20 minutes. And then third period, right before lunch, students always seemed a little bit just excited for lunch. But because it was the third time teaching it, I felt that the class was way more under control than if I was used to teach that period alone. So I had a lot of growing moments. It would take me about 6 to 8 hours to create a lesson. So luckily I only created 2 lessons a week. However, 6 to 8 hours was a lot of time. So then I carried on into the third semester. And luckily I didn't have all the academic rigor I had the first 2 semesters, because during the third semester I had to create the lessons every single day from the beginning, from day 1. And based on my experience of taking 6 to 8 hours per lesson, I said to myself, how am I going to do this? Well, I was very sweet to try for at least the first month, because I would take about 2 to 3 hours just to learn the math, and then after that, it would take me another couple hours to create a lesson, and maybe even more. But as I started teaching, and after the first month, the time it took me to create a lesson was less and less, mostly because I started to realize that doing less during the day was actually more, doing more. And also I started to understand how my students learn. And now I can create a lesson in about 20 to 30 minutes. And be prepared. The math is still very hard for me. It's not hard because I can do math, but it's hard because when I'm looking at creating a lesson, I'm thinking of how will the students understand it best. So I can present it the way I like to learn it and the way I learned it. However, most students understand the lesson. And as I'm creating lessons and going back and forth every single day, sometimes we push forward, sometimes we go back, and it really depends on my class on how they're feeling. For example, I was going to give a quiz on last Friday, and I decided that they were maybe just an extra day just for review, and I'm going to give it tomorrow. But the whole PhD journey was very challenging for me. I don't think I could have done a 2-semester program. And maybe even like a 4-semester program would have been a lot better for me, in respects because I still spend about 30 hours a week coaching, fundraising, doing all my duties with my responsibility, and my 3 children. There was a lot of neglect for me towards my children, but at the end of the day, this is what we need to do in order for our family to have more time together, because being that father, hopefully by next fall, I will be able to, what I have in promise has been 2 math classes, 1 period of my cross-country runners, so I can coach them during the day. And then that way it would free the afternoon for either giving students some tutoring or going back and spending time with my children. But anyways, I want to thank San Diego State and everybody that supported me, all my teachers, all my classmates, for the journey during the last 3 semesters. I still have math as a TPA, I haven't submitted it, but I'm working on it. I have all my materials, and I already have a couple job offers part-time